That a lot of the devs over there are going really hard at it compared to what, like, they've always been working on. I want to be this clear. Like, this game has been actively in development. But I do feel like they're feeling the pressure to just really, really get everything they can right now, as it were. Which makes sense. Their game is, like, absolutely kicked off through the roof. You want to monopolize on that as best you can to keep people interested and motivated and all that. Yeah. That said, anyone who's worked in dev, them suddenly trying to, go faster and faster kind of thing, could also be something that makes you not concerned, but wary. Because usually when you have a team that's had, like, a rhythm they've been doing for a long time, and they're trying to say, okay, we're going to kick it up to 11, that usually ends up with buggier situations and that kind of thing. Now, granted, I haven't seen anything that would make me say that's actually a problem yet or anything, but it is one of those things to be careful about. Alright, Cog. I do hope, like, after a break, you feel better about it and go for it. Because, yeah, losing a lot of progress is rough. It is one of those things that does happen, unfortunately, with these kinds of games, that things can go wrong and progress can disappear. In Project Zomboid, the amount of progress you can lose, like that honestly would be, like, the big reason I'd be so salty about the injury we got earlier. Like, when I have a really long run that's going really well and just, like, we get into a situation that gets worse and worse and worse, and then things fall apart, we die, or we get ambushed, that's like, okay, well, like, I learned something, or, there wasn't a whole lot I could do, like, those kind of things, sure. You don't feel that, like, it feels bad, but it's like, okay, not terrible. But, like, for, like, that zombie that's on the ground, like, I know crawlers are dangerous. I know their hitbox is janky. But if I would have died to it, it just would have been, like, absolute salty. Because, like, of all the dangerous and risky stuff I've done on this character, and then just have, like, a crawler bite my ankle or something would have been just really trash. So you say that. I too have been in a very similar situation. One of my, was it an attempt on this run? I don't remember if it was an attempt on this challenge or a different challenge. That I didn't realize when you build a window, it makes the terrain on both sides of the window passable. So I had built this base on a lake. It was all cool, like as well secured and all that. I think it was south of Rosewood, like is the gas station lake down there where there's the movie theater. I believe I built it there on the lake itself. And I was like, this is awesome, like, it's a great position, we're super safe here. I'm gonna put these cool windows that I can, like, look off the side of the lake at. There's still a tile of water between, like, a tile of unpassable water between me and the zombies, so I can see the zombie at shore and it can't reach me. And I put the window in, not realizing I had made that one tile of impassable water between me and the shore passable, and was sitting down in the house resting after doing it. I can't remember what, like, I'd either fought a bunch of zombies, or I had done a bunch of lumberjacking, or exercising, I don't remember. But either way, we were sitting down resting, and this zombie had come through the window, and the window was also obscured, because I had made it like a hallway. And so the zombie just comes around the corner and grabs us even before we could stand up. And, I got bit. Of course, like, immediately I got bit. Killed the zombie, and I kind of was like, what the hell? And climbed through the window. The character walked over the shore and plopped down, and then I just walked back and, like... He's like, what is this crap? Like, there's still a clip of that floating around somewhere. I was real salty about that. I mean, like, I shouldn't say it's real salty. Like, I wasn't screaming or yelling or getting all mad. I was like, this, how we die is, like, super frustrating. Alright, Moriarty, you have yourself a good sleep. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it was 100% a WTF moment where it's just there, it's like, what the hell? Like, and we had been, I think it was like a bite on the neck, so I killed the zombie and I kind of went back and forth like, what the heck? And then I was just like, you know, whatever, I'm just letting my character bleed out. I did, and it's like, you know, that is one of those things that's like, yeah, there's no way you know about that without either A, building it and discovering that happens, or B, you know, you're on someone's stream or whatever where someone mentions it. And so it's like, I didn't feel terrible about the death because, like, okay, as a player, I had no reason to know that this was a thing. But it did suck that I lost, you know, I had built this cool, like, lake base, and that, you know, that base is gone because of it. Let's see. Foul Minion says, the saltiest death was 6Z ambush on the top of stairs in a house after I yelled multiple times to lure them down. Patient little Zeds. I have a clip somewhere that's very close to that I was at a warehouse and I could hear there was a ball going on upstairs, and I was trying to like get them to come down, coax them down. And I'm like, all right, well maybe they're on the roof. And I ran up the stairs, and it was like there was the stairway, and then there's a platform, and all the zombies were getting stuck on the rail on this platform. I didn't see them until I got to the absolute top of the stairs, and a zombie went to grab for me, and I just backed up out of like just immediately backed up the moment I saw them, and managed to barely miss me. I'm like, I don't know how we're alive because we just like ran up to 6 zombies and just managed to squeak away again. Bronco says, man, it hurts having to rebuild all the skills again. Yes. MT Barrel says, I just got done learning the lesson about broken glass and bare feet the hard way. I've learned that lesson. That's another one that's clipped somewhere, is just, I had stomped on a zombie's head, which broke my shoes. I didn't realize my shoes had gotten broken. Jumped through the window I had just broken the glass out of. Landed barefoot on both, like, just both feet down in the pile of glass. Instant deep wounds on both feet. And, like, I was so confused, and I'm like, but I removed the glass in the window. Why am I all injured? I removed the glass in the window. Why do I have glass shards in me? And, you know, it took me a moment to register. It's like, oh, those aren't my hands that have it. It's my feet that has all these glass in it. Why do my feet have glass in it? Are my shoes not okay? You know, ended up, like, limping to a different, because that was nowhere near home, so I limped to like another house and just, you know, I didn't have like a sewing needle and thread or anything on me, so it's just like just swapping out one rag after the other, just trying to keep our life up so we didn't bleed out through our feet. Wait, what was that? Hold up. Did you just say what I think you said? Because I'm pretty sure you just said air activity detected. And I would rather you not have said that, if you don't mind. How long have I been playing? Project Zomboid, I'm at a bit over 1,200 hours. If you're asking how long the stream's been going, it's been going for about 10 hours, 15 minutes. If you're talking about this run, I don't know. We're coming up on 12 months. We're coming up on a year. I don't know. All right, so I am parking my fanny in this car. Yeah, PZ in general, no problem. Yeah, it's a bit over 1,200 hours. Yeah, that's the thing. So there are different messages. There's air activity detected, which means the helicopter is coming. Then there is flavor text that says something like, like unidentified aircraft detected, or like they'll have other things that will say detected and aircraft in it, but it's very different verbiage. And because we only got the word detected, I don't know. I am imagining we probably do have the aircraft. At which point, if we do, I'll start the prediction, because we always do a prediction about whether or not I survive the helicopter. That's actually also why I'm sitting in the car, is I want to be at maximum stamina for this. Let's just assume it is. Take the car, turn it around, get it lined up. I'll kill the engine, kill the radio once we verified everything. Yeah, so there's like this kind of flavor text. Sometimes will have the word detected in it. And that's what I'm trying to verify whether or not it was that. Don't see me yet. We're not ready. Stop flavor texting me. Yep. All right, prediction time. Okay, so the rules I have when it comes to whether or not we survived the aircraft from this moment that we're doing the prediction right now till the helicopter fully leaves and we successfully go to sleep and wake up. If I take an injury that ultimately is fatal, so if I take an injury that gets us infected or I get taken down or anything like that, then we have not survived the helicopter. However, if I do manage to get to that point where, again, the helicopter's passed, we go to sleep, we wake up, and I've either not taken an injury at all, or I take an injury that doesn't end up being infected, it's like non-issue, then we have survived. So you do have 5 minutes to make that, choose your choices in that prediction. And the helicopter is like, I'm just here. No waiting at all, just straight on the helicopter has arrived. Well, the good news is this is actually where I would want to fight them. We'll fight the helicopter, what brings. Unlike the last time, I don't have any katanas or machetes handy. I kind of use them all up. But I do have a small army of spears. I'm not good at predictions. You should feel confident. Alright, they're going south at the moment. I'm just not going to bother with them. I try and focus on whatever's a threat. And I did kill the engine and the radio in the car, so the zombies shouldn't swarm it. So you do have a getaway ride. The big thing is I gotta remember the getaway ride is not currently running, which means it will take me a couple seconds to start it, and it could also not start on the first go. So I don't want to hop into it last second and just try and make it happen. Now, last, like, 3 helicopters we've had in here, I have been overwhelmed and forced out of town. Like, handily overwhelmed and forced out of town. So far, things are going good. But usually it's like the second or third pass when you're staying at a location that things go from good to whatever they're going to be. Yeah, the helicopters just kind of do loops around you for a little bit. And the whole time they make all sorts of noise which draws the zombies in. Yeah, so it flies over you, hangs out for a little while, brings in the zombies, flies away, and then it usually like turns around, does another pass, that kind of thing. So it's like, so we've already had one pass, and they do anywhere from like 1 to 4 passes on a 1 hour day. The longer your day, the longer it sticks around. Most days it'll do 2 to 3 passes. Just shift in position. Here comes the second pass. Does it leave if it ends up not seeing you? I believe if it doesn't see you, it'll like hang out in the area, but it'll be less focused on you specifically. I don't know the difference in it, and like people can correct me. Because like, I do know you can hunker down and lay low during the helicopter. And that's not necessarily a bad strategy, except you can get yourself cornered indoors someplace, and then have zombies all around you. And then you usually have to clean up all the zombies that it dumps around outside the place. Alright, holding up so far. I mean, I guess, alright. Switch to the hunting knife time. Alright, I should have definitely run there because that was way closer than I should have let it got. But we're okay. We are queasy. We're not zombie infected or hurt or anything like that. We're just standing around a whole bunch of corpses. Like, this is something our character experiences on a nearly daily basis. Okay, so this is the actual thing I'm expecting, where it's like we won't really be able to fight because I can't stop, turn, and actually stab anything and maneuver around the zombies at the same time. Morning, how's it going? Yeah, so that's what I was saying, is like the first pass, it's usually not a big deal. Second pass, it gets a little worse. Third pass gets a little worse. Or gets significantly worse, not a little worse. Here I was like, oh man, this is really not bringing much in the way of zombies right now. Yep, here we go. Could you imagine how horrific this would be in person? I don't even want to think about it. I mean, not even the zombies following you, like that's bad enough. There we go. We got enough zombies on us. We're causing proper frame stutter once I turn and catch them all in the eyes at the same time. You notice I'm deliberately running at them to just shove them a little when they're in my way. Alright, so it looks like the helicopter has buggered off. It did bring quite the party, though. And this is how your computer died. Yup. Stop lagging every time I turn at you. So many zombies still here. How are there so many zombies? We've killed over 10,000 zombies over here. How is this so busy still? There's still a bunch of zombies at our vehicle. Which again is not running. Just the second of lag when all the zombies come into view. It's not even a second lag, that's just plain lag when you get into view. Alright, I think I'm actually making the decision. I'm not collecting my vehicle right now. I have been humbled by the horde. I see how this ends. And it's that I go to start it, they encompass the vehicle, and then we die. Like, I get it. I understand. This is a walk-away situation. We've got a spare car for a reason. It's time to leverage our spare car. I do not do burns of any kind. It's just not what I... Like, I don't like the way it destroys the entire area around. I don't like the way it ends up burning down the cities. With the sheer number of zombies here, there's no containing a fire. So it's just not my preferred thing. But I won't use mollies, I won't use pipe bombs, I won't put down the campfire and walk the zombies through it. Yep, they're still behind me. In case the sun dropped in frame rate when I turned around and looked. Didn't hint on it. That's fine. Like I said, I got a spare car up here. How are we doing? So, like, I need more water. That's okay. Like, I can deal with that. How is the food situation? We're golden. I have a spare car roughly around here. Just up the map. That's a really crappy station wagon that we used to use. I've probably ditched most. Not still a lot of zombies. I should be losing a bunch of them at this point because they can't see me from that far away. I could definitely lose them by putting a couple trees between us. I'm then going to circle back and we're going to keep killing them till we're tired, and then we'll take the station wagon out of here. And I'll just keep fighting to clear back to there. So there. My goal here is I'm trying to put as much of them with that shadow in it as possible. Because then they'll lose track of me. And I'll be fine. Probably have to kill this group of zombies over here. Yep, so that's all where they lost track of me. Like I said, that's fine. We're just going to try and start whittling down their numbers. Our goal isn't to actually, like... I mean, we would like to wipe them all out if we're being real. But our goal for the moment is I don't believe we can wipe them out. So we are just going to try and whittle down the numbers as much as possible. Are we gaining a bunch of... Oh yeah, if you ever want to just gain a whole bunch of stealth and light-footed, if you just walk anywhere near a large group of zombies, the skill skyrockets. I don't actually care about either of those stats. They're meaningless to me. But I'm trying to get not the entire ball of death's attention. We want to whittle this thing down little by little. And this is definitely not all the zombies we had chasing us. But what should happen with a giant murder ball is after a little bit, after they've like forgotten what they're up to, they'll break off into groups of like 12 to 18 zombies. Those groups will rapidly expand away, as they don't want to be too close to each other kind of thing. And I want to take advantage of them before they start doing that, because once they start doing that, they're going to start moving around a lot, which is going to make it way more dangerous to deal with. Okay, see how it's slowly expanding out? They will break off into hordes eventually. And I'm not someone who typically like just goes out of my way to use spears because they're meta or whatever. I just have a bunch of spears from killing zombies, and it's like, these are taking up too much inventory. We haven't crafted... Like, I think we crafted, 3 or 4 spears right at the beginning because I kept running out of weapons in this run, because that's just the way this run goes. But since then, we've almost been using nothing but... We've used short blades, short blunt, and long blunt weapons the most. So yeah, I am amazed there's that many zombies still in Rosewood. Like, I'm not joking when I said we've killed over 10,000 zombies in that town easily. Alright, I'm going to try and back up. Recover a little bit of stamina for a minute before we go back at this. And I'm not going to be switching back to the spears right now, because it didn't stay down long enough to like fully recover stamina to like just go ham with the spears. So we are on our short blades for now. That doesn't matter. Let's see. 1 second. Let's see. Hello, I'm new here. How is everyone doing? Hey, Susanna, how's it going? And you're not new here. But anyways, good seeing you. Onion, tomato, gyro, or hero, depending on it. 16x secret overpowered because you get so many weapons embedded in zombies. I wouldn't say so. Like, 16x does get you more weapons, but you have to go through 16 times as many zombies to get those weapons, if that makes sense. And like, especially early game when you don't have the maintenance skill, like you find yourself weapon starved the entire beginning of the game because it doesn't matter. Like, we were literally using silverware or pencils, pens, anything that could physically cause damage to a zombie was fair game at the beginning. Mort60 says, I'm on Insane Pop 6 times, which, yeah, that should be 6 times. And just High Street Residential clear is 4Ks. Just keep in mind, if you're dealing with that, if you have migrations and redistributions turned on, you will have zombies that'll keep filling in behind the zombies, which is what we're having here. So I think what's happened is we did clear like the main road of Rosewood a number of times, and I think it's just being refilled from the woods around Rosewood are weirdly like super dense with zombies. So that's what I believe is happening, is all those zombies that are out in the woods being drawn in because it's like naturally they want to fill in the area. Like, normally I'll take on giant, ridiculous groups of zombies at once. That's what I was waiting for. Where we were getting sleepy, that's fine. We got just a couple more zombies, I'll kill them. There was a group up the way I'll kill. Because being drowsy pretty much just shy of doubles the number of attacks you need to do to kill zombies. Which sucks. Alright, so we gotta deal with these zombies. Like I said, just up the road, like probably just out of sight, is a station wagon. And that's my backup ride. Its hood's in terrible shape, but otherwise it's a good car. Good-ish car. I mostly leave it here because I had at one point the car I was driving got flipped. There's a station wagon right there. That's my backup car. So you'll notice I kept it way outside of town just in case stuff like this happened. I could always fall back on it. Oh no. We put the screwdriver in the trunk of the car. Or the truck. Because I was like, I don't need this. And I pulled the battery on the station wagon so it wouldn't drain during the winter. Which requires a screwdriver to put back in place. Come on, zombie. I need a screwdriver. Oh, why? Note to self, in the future, leave the screwdriver with the battery. Like, screwdrivers are pretty common on zombies, so I am